Hi guys, what's up? I'm Koji. Today I want to talk about trading, uh, investing. And before getting to the topic, and this is not financial advice for you, and this is just a story from my through my experience. If you think a part of it helpful to you, please take it, and otherwise, just please do your research on your side and don't just believe without any due diligence in your side on your side. However, let's get into the topic. Now, I want to talk about the one essence that leads you to the losing in trading. And the skill of investing is the must learn skill for anybody because every wealthy person have financial literacy. So if you want to get a little bit of wealthy side, you need to have financial literacy, and they doing and investing, and through with those financial literacy. So, and the other reason, uh, wage is not making you wealthy. That is the truth. If you only have a wage income, it's not gonna make you wealthy. And the third one is the way. It is the way to make money while you are sleeping. So you gotta learn how to invest, and you're gonna learn about financial literacy, uh, financial vocabulary, financial words. You gotta learn it to get your life into the better stage. So um, the investing is, let me put it in roughly in two types of investing in this world, and this is roughly put it in my way. So just don't believe it. Go search it yourself. But in this story, I put it in roughly two types of investing. One is accumulating assets that creating cash flow, such as real estate and stocks, a business, either public or private, and the both of the same, business, real estate and business. That is the one. And the second one is trading asset. So acquiring assets, and when it appreciated and you sell it, so you get a difference as a profit. That is it, investing. Two types of investing. And I'm because the type of number one type is a kind of selective, because the people need the initial capital to get into it, and it is not so easy for everybody, including me. So, I'm going to talk about the type two, trading assets, including stocks, currencies, and cryptos. And okay, and in terms of trading, in the trading industry, you don't need any special skill to make a profit out of winning a trade, because if you can tap and to place a trade, you can make a winning trade. You don't need any special skill. You just need, consistency if you want to be a long-term profitable. But in terms of, if you focus on a one real trade, a winning trade, you don't need any special skills. That is a trading, so anybody can do it, and it is easy to step in. And I think that makes most of the people losing money on a trading in the market. So the point is to be consistently profitable, to make money from out of the market. So through trading journey, you will have a winning trade and a losing trade, both trades, and you need to have winning trade bigger than losing trade, so that the difference will be your entire profit. And you want to keep the balance at there, bigger winning and smaller losing. That is what you want to do. But it is hard for you, including men. It is in the market. It is so hard to make it that balance consistently. So through my experience and through my study and in the public space and online gurus, and there are various reasons to make you a losing in trade, and there are several factors that you can losing trade. And number one, that is pure speculation. You don't have any good literacy, and you don't have any understanding and the market dynamics, and you just go into the market and look at it, and if you think looks like going up, and you take a up trade. If you see it looking, it seems like going down, and you take a sell trade. That is a pure speculation. No fun, no basis, no strategy, no knowledge to understanding and into the market specifics. So that is one factor that can lead you to losing trade. And next one is emotional trade. When you lose trade, you get emotional, and you feel like you gotta get it back from within that same day, and take another trade to get it back, and you're gonna lose it again, and finally you won't be able to take a trade because your capital just wore out through those continuous emotional trade. That is one factor, emotional trade. And the next one is a lack of patience. If you see some various factors, and you believe markets will go up, but if you lack of patience, you are a lack of patience, and you just get into the market, and entry timing was wrong, and the market will shrug those traders off as a natural low. So you get kicked out from the market when it's pulled back deeply and unexpectedly, but after shrug those traders off, and markets just keep going up again. That happens every time. So lack of patience will kill you. Now, next one is go against the stream. All the narrative is, for example, it's in the bull market, and you think it's kind of too high, and it should be dropped. So you take a sell trade, and the market sell a little bit and go down a little bit. You get in a profit, and you think you are the right one, and you put another sell trade, and market just rip it up. And that happens when you go against a micro narrative. It's in the bull market, it's really hard to take a sell trade because the entire stream is going up, and even if it goes down, and it's most of the case is short-lived. So it's in a downtrend, it's vice versa. It's the same thing. And the next one is a lack of consistent strategy. You take in the trade a different strategy every time you look at this market. That is inconsistent of using the strategy. This time using strategy A, and this time using strategy B, and it is very inconsistently, and you don't have a specific consistent strategy in you, and that will lead you to lose trade because you are not consistent. There are various different kinds of working strategy out there, and you can pick anything, and you can apply anything consistently, and it will make you profitable. But if you are new to market, or some kind of beginner at the early stage, you tend to pick another strategy when one fail at the one occasion, and that is how the people get into losing trade and get digging into their loss bigger and bigger, and it seems like nothing works for the losing trader. So lack of consistent strategy is really brutal for um, to be a winner. And the last one is what I want to talk about most today is necessity of timing. If you have a time limit to make a profit, it is killing your psychology. It's really really heavy, and it will break your any kind of proper thinking, and make you really really losing trading, losing trader. So if what happens when um, you have a necessity for timing to make a profit? One, you force your trade because you have to make a profit in a specific time frame. And for let's say this week you have to make $1,000 from the market, so you force you to take a trade early as possible, and earlier in the week, and you you take a trade, whatever it is, looks like a little bit of possibility. You take a trade, and then lose, and that happens a lot. And next one is you manipulate yourself fundamentally and objectively. It it's not a going up phase, but you manipulate yourself because you have to make a profit. So you build the hypothesis, and the hypothesis is looking like a reality to you. That's how the psychology manipulate you to looking at the market. So you take a buy trade, it looks like going up, and it actually a consolidation phase and going up at the high range high, and it's just flip back, and you accept the loss, and that happens a lot. So and then the second one is it manipulates you. The third one is you have to close with a loss because of your timing. That is most sad thing to happen, because even if it's a winning trade for a longer time frame, but you have to close it and within your time frame. That is really sad one because you're thinking your analysis was right, but your timing was wrong, and you have to close with a loss. That is a really sad one. So on the other hand, you have necessity of timing of making profit was the worst vice. On the other hand, how do winners do? Winners don't have time limit. Winners don't have to take a trade. So winners observe the market and wait for the perfect timing to entry to take a trade. And they have a consistent strategy. Maybe not one, maybe one or two, but not a lot. They have one, and they wait patiently, and they can wait forever to perfectly match to their strategy and wait for the right timing to entry. So that's the winner. So if you want to be winner, you gotta be like that winner behavior. So you wanna get rid of the necessity of timing to make a profit. That is the key to be a profitable. Now, solution is simple. You flip the necessity of timing to unnecessity to take a would take a profit. So don't trade if you have a time limit, and looking for other income source to fill your needs, to meet your payments. And have other source of income is ultimately necessary to be a winning trader. Now, without necessity of making profit, you are much closer to be a winning trader, and that is the one essence. You have to kill it first and to be a profitable trader, and then if when you don't have to take a profit in a certain time frame, then you can observe the market, and observe the market every day is a really good habit to be a profitable trader. Okay guys, I love you, and better habit, better life, and I hope this helps you a little bit, and I see you in the next video. Peace.